Hi guys, so today I have a few little things that are hauled from here and there, nothing really to put together, so I just am holding on to them to show you guys, so it's just gonna be a quick video. I did want to show you a follow-up with that Tuesday morning find, those big tall mirrors. And so basically at the top of my stairs I have this little lamp or sconce that the same switch controls that sconce. It also controls this big huge fan, which is kind of annoying because when I turn the fan on, that light comes on. So of course, you know, I'm too frugal for that. I unscrewed the light and I'm like, I can just get rid of that sconce and I'll be happy, to be honest. I never use it, but I use the fan all the time. So the fan's pretty much always going. But I did want to show you, like, I love the way it came out at the end of the stairs here. So, you know, you go up the stairs, you can see yourself there, you go up, you don't, you know, obviously it's your back. When you come down the stairs, you can see what you look like. We do not have a full-length mirror anywhere in my house. Like, our master bathroom was redone, I guess, a few years ago, but obviously before we bought the house, and there's not even any space in there for this, something like that. It's a big room, obviously it's a master bath, but we don't have a full-length mirror, so anywhere. So when we bought the one, I hung it up. I remember my neighbor had put a pair of mirrors that she saw something like on Home and Garden TV or something, and I'm like, oh, I like the way it looks, but she has them behind her couch. And so I was like sitting here, I'm like, you know what? That'd be so awesome if I got another one and put it on the other side. So luckily when I went back Tuesday morning, the next morning, because I was like, I want to make sure they have it. They had it, and so there it is. I don't know what, oh, I was like, that reflection looks like the sky. It looks like a big window right here, but it's reflecting off what's above me, which is basically the stairs, you know, as it comes around. And it's just more, you know, drywall, stucco, whatever, the backside of this area. So kind of interesting, I guess, the way the sun's shining on it. So I love them, and I think it's cool. And again, you know, my house is kind of set up. Miranda likes to put up notes, so double door. There's too much double doors, double window, but double mirrors. But it just looks a lot better in here. I love it. So, and then Miranda's bike there. So as you walk in, kind of tucked away. Oh, over here I have my. I've already kind of gone through this. It's not in a way that I can show it to you right now because there's laundry all over the couch. But over here is my living area, and then behind me I have our dining area back here, which is also kind of a mess right now. But anyway, kitchen goes through, and then there's another door for the kitchen. So what happens when people visit, they don't really see my craft room because as you're sitting over here, it's kind of tucked back. Like the angle I'm at right now, obviously if I was back here, you see some of it. I try to keep it neat, but right now it's not too neat. So I do have a few things I wanted to share with you guys. That's why it's kind of piled up here. I have things from our trips to, what's that place called? Grand Canyon for the last 2 years. So I never even went through the stuff, like little souvenirs. I wanted to show them to you guys, and they're just sitting there. So now I got to get them out. I did buy these tubs at Michael's yesterday. Basically, they're upside down, but to hold Miranda's stuff. They're on clearance now. I don't know if you've seen them. It's a set of 5 really nice sized tubs. So they're, I think, $14.97. And then another little thing I want to show you real quick. I picked up these stencils at the dollar store. They had tons of them, but I thought these were the cuter ones. The little birds and then the butterflies. Obviously they're $1, and maybe I'll try them out with our foil pens. I don't know if that was a good thing for foiling. Probably not. I'll probably just use it for stenciling. But what else do I have? Oh, I have some Sharpies and stuff that I want to share with you guys from Walmart. So let me get the tripod set up, and I'll show you those things, and that'll be it for today. So first up, I guess, Sharpies and things like that from Walmart. So I was looking at the back to school stuff, and it was all picked over, and some things were on clearance and some things weren't, and it was hard to tell what price things were. So I just grabbed some stuff. I'm probably gonna return some of them, but these right here were on clearance and they were $7, and so that's good. So this is the Sharpie set. This is limited edition. I'm not sure why. Some of the colors are a little more tropical, but I think these are just their basic colors anyway. You can treat Sharpies as like alcohol ink markers. You have to be careful with them. It's not quite the same, obviously, but you can still work with them. And then as you can see, people use them for different kind of artwork. But you know, for shading and stuff like that, I mean, you have to have the colors pretty close together. Maybe I'll show you guys that real quick. It's been a long time since I did a video like that. But so this is the Sharpie. This is the fine line, and fine is not the like pen, like the really, really fine tip. That's this one. They call it ultra fine. And this one looked like it was messed around with, but it was the last one, and I think it's okay. Again, ultra fine, and these were $7. So I was like, I can't beat that. Can't pass that up. 21 of them. So I'll show you real quick the other Sharpies in a minute. And then I grabbed these, the metallic ones. They did not say how much they were, and I think they ended up being like $12 or even 13, like $12.97. So I'm probably gonna return them because I already have these metallic colors. I don't have these, the red and the green and the blue. But I'm like, that's a lot of money for Sharpies, especially because they had generic ones there, and I think the generic ones were $6. Those were labeled, and I thought, well, how much more could the Sharpie ones be, right? Just probably a couple more bucks, but they were more than twice as much. So I may be returning them. Well, I am returning them, like maybe on that. Oh, I forgot to give these to Diego. Oh, these are also insanely priced. Okay, so I got these because I had seen them at what's that place called? Staples, and they were kind of expensive, and I was like, whatever. But then, you know, Walmart had them. I'm like, well, I'm sure they cost less at Walmart than they do at Staples, but I think those are still $11, and there are 8 here. But basically, it says clear view, so as you're highlighting, you can kind of see your little letters through that little clear area. But at the same time, have you ever highlighted something where you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm highlighting? I mean, it's not that hard. Just follow the line of words. So, I don't know. I think it's something that I try to do to, you know, be like, hey, look at us this year, but it's not really the biggest deal. Oh, these little pencils were on clearance, and hopefully they're not the kind that when you sharpen them, they like fall apart, because they weren't cheap to begin with. Well, maybe they were, but they were on clearance for 97 cents, so that's why I picked them up. They're really pretty. Look, I don't know if you can see, they're shiny, and I'm sure Miranda would love to do her little work with these, so that's why I grabbed those for her. They have stars and like little, I don't know, just cute. And then this, I saw this there with the other Sharpies. Let me put this to the side so I don't lose these things. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And somebody had already opened one of the boxes, so I opened it to see what's in here. So basically, I just bought this to show it to you guys, because I think it's $15. It was $14.97 at Walmart. And it's a Sharpie card crafter kit. I thought that was kind of cool. Again, because like I said, you can use them as alcohol markers, but it comes with 13 markers. It has 4 fine permanent metallic markers, which I just showed you some of them. 5 perm paint markers, which I don't know what that is, and 4 ultra fine permanent markers, and then it has 10 full cards and envelopes, 2 washi tapes, and a design booklet, which is kind of interesting. So let me show you real quick. I think it's cute, but basically they're like, just doodle. I mean, that's what their card idea is. So really pretty. I guess these are the, what's this permanent marker? I don't know what perm paint. Let me see. Permanent marker, they both say that. I mean, this one looks a little different. They look, I don't know about perm paint. Let's see. I mean, that looks just like a Sharpie, like any other Sharpie. Let me write on this because it's Sharpie, and I'm going to keep this for sure. I mean, does that look any different to you than a regular Sharpie? It does not to me, but there it is. And then it comes with 4 of these guys. Of the metallic, and it looks like there are a bronze, 2 silver, and a gold. So that's pretty good value. And then again, the cards, and then the design booklet is basically just telling you to make doodles, right? So it's a cute idea. I think if someone gave it as a gift, I would like it, but since I paid for it, I will probably be returning it. But let me grab some paper real quick. This is just Nina. It's not solar white. It's just the basic one that they sell at Walmart. So it's thick, but it's not super thick. I think this one is 80 pound, maybe. I don't know. Nice and smooth though. And I'll show you about how Sharpies blend a little bit. I should probably stamp something, but real quick. I'll use these purples because these 2 purples at the front look like they are close in color. Not super, super close, but close enough. So let's say, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to freehand something. Let's say we have a little flower. A little flower. It looks more like a hydrangea. Little 4-piece flower. Okay, that's fine. And I'm just going to go in with this light one. And I usually try to make this a little neater, but you already know if you go over the same spot a couple times, it's going to get darker than other spots. So it's not like the easiest thing to work with, but you can blend them. So if this is a good option for you, you know, go for it. So there's that. Let me come in just a little bit closer. And I'm going to take the darker purple. They don't even have names on these. So, and let's say, oh, I don't know. Well, you know why? Because there's no middle. Let's just, we'll just do a little something, and I'll just pretend like that's where the middle would be. And I'm just going to bring some of color out there. This one is definitely darker. I don't know that they even would be considered the same color family here. I'm just going to darken this middle area. I'm going to try to keep going over that to give it some definition like a petal, but Oh well. All right, and now I'm gonna go into the dark area and pull some of the color out back into the lighter area. And just continue to try to blend that. So again, it's alcohol ink, so it does what your alcohol ink marker does whenever you try to blend areas. It's pulling some of the color out of that darker into the lighter area. Hopefully you can see that. I know there's a poor representation because of, you know, the colors that I have here, but not bad. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Oopsie. Here we go. So if you have a really well-developed set of Sharpies, you can do some artwork. I know that's, like I said, not the greatest, but I think it has a little bit of blending. That's not bad. Okay. So that's that. And real quick, I'll show you some, like I said, some of the little trinkets I picked up here and there. From our trips to the Grand Canyon. Now let me see, this is kind of a mess because I haven't looked in here. Like I said, the one's a couple years old. Maybe there's not even anything in there to share. I don't know. Oh my gosh. My poor Dorian. Oh, he got that. Okay, that's fine. I totally forgot I had gotten these. Okay. So, pretty bracelets, of course. I always pick stuff up like this. This is basically from the Grand Canyon's gift store, I believe. And then I got these little, okay, so whenever you go there, they always have, like, obviously a lot of native items. And I would love to buy Dorian a flute, like a good one, but they're like a couple $100. And I'm like, well, if he doesn't even care about it, I can't do that. So maybe as he gets older, because he likes crafty things. So these were $6 each. It says Andean musical instruments, so I'm assuming from the Andes type thing. But really cute. I got a little thin one, another one. They're basically the same price. They were the same, you know what I'm saying, because they're different, right? They're made out of what looks like some kind of bamboo or reed. So, really cool. I like that they have differences in them because they're natural items, right? What is in here? And then, you know, I always stop in at the Indian, like handcrafter stores, those kind of things. So this came from one of those stores, just off the freeway, not even the freeway, like there's a roadway going up to the Grand Canyon. I mean, there's several. I can't remember the number right now. Sorry, guys. I drove to a couple times and I still don't remember the numbers there, but there's a couple ways to get up there through Flagstaff or past, you know, these different areas. And, I don't remember the name of the freeway number, sorry. But this is really pretty. So this is just a set, a necklace. And I just love the little dream catcher thing. Some of this stuff to me does look like it's made in China, you know, but this one says handcrafted design, does not say made in China anywhere on it. And then the earrings and are adorable. I love this. And I bought sets for my nieces and I already gave those to them, so I don't have those to show, but things like this, you guys know I already have videos on making your own, on like a bead loom. I love stuff like this. So, of course, I had to grab a couple of bracelets. Again, I gave away other ones with that beautiful design. These little guys, I got these from Miranda, but she's so small, like I don't want her to thrash them. So basically, I was never going to bring these out anyway until later. But, you know, $5.98 is what they were charging. And this one does say, it says an Indian product something or other, but then it says China at the bottom, which is kind of interesting down here. But you have that little gal, and you can see tutorials all over the place to make your own if you're not going to be, you know, able to go out there. But look at, she even has little legs under her little dresses. That's so cute. And her little braids. Just adorable. And this looks like, I don't want to throw it out there. I was going to say like a peyote stitch or like a brick stitch. Because it's a tubular, but then down here they started making it more of a cone shape. Really cute. So that's a red one. And then I have a blue one here. Her little arms are up in the air there. It's just adorable. Her little legs. And then you got your daisy chain top. And it's similar to a daisy chain. Actually, now that I look at it, no, it is. It looks like I may have a couple. No, I think so. It looked a little more complicated than the daisy chain, but that's pretty much it. And then this one is too pretty with the larger kind of piece here. I just thought this was more traditional and it was really pretty, so I grabbed that. Actually, this one costs more than these little girl dolls. Wouldn't you think that it would be the other way around? Maybe because there's a little piece of leather here, and it does smell like leather, so there's that. From my travels, let's see what else. Oh, we got a branding iron. I never gave it to my husband with a letter M on it. So like for your steaks, you just heat it up and you put that on there, and it's kind of cool that you know, you have that. It was just a little trinket. I think this was like 10 bucks. Let's see what else I have here. I have a Grand Canyon sweater, not too fun. A Grand Canyon shirt. This better be for me because it's for the kids. They're gonna have outgrown it. I love this shirt, so pretty. So this is basically the back of the shirt. Look how pretty those colors. Gorgeous. 1919, so you know they're celebrating their 100 years. We got that. Well, being a national park, I don't believe. Obviously, it's older than 100 years old. What else do I have in here? All kinds of stuff. Let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was totally into cooking baking at the time, so let me see here. Hold on. So, this Coyote cookie cutter, which is adorable, and it is Ann Clark. I love Ann Clark cookie cutters. She makes a good size ones, and then you know she has some that are really old school looking, and then she has some that are more contemporary. So if you see them, you can find them on Amazon and obviously different places locally. But this one I love. I love this little guy right here. And right now I can't remember the name. I'm sorry if you guys remember this little kind of music player. It's just adorable. Design, obviously, that has its own story. And I have books too that I picked up for the kids to read about, like these designs, or like the gecko pattern and what they mean and stuff like that. But here we go. And really pretty bracelet. And then stickers for the RV, which is now sold, so I will stick these to my truck. And I was like, well, I guess in a way it was good that I never stuck these to the RV, because I would have just tossed them out. I mean, they'd be gone, right? So I have these. I have from all the different places we visited, which we visited, of course, Sedona and like Montezuma, the castle, and what else? Just lots of fun areas out there. A magnet for my fridge. I'm gonna stick that on there right now. And these cute little things. Actually, one of these was for my mom, so that's why there's two. The Grand Canyon National Park, like a little book, and it has little pictures inside, which is adorable. I always love stuff like that. And a little keychain. And then from the more recent time we went, so that was almost 2 years ago now. This last time we went in February, I got this puzzle for my mom because she's into puzzles, and this thing has 1,000 pieces, and can you imagine, this is going to take forever to do, and I love the imagery on this one, so she will like that. And I'm sure she's watching this video possibly, so there you go. Dorian picked out a hat, and he hasn't worn it since, like I said, February. Look at this hat. This is from the, I don't know what they call it. Let me see. It's a museum out there, but I don't know if they call it the Museum Natural History or what they might. Oh, it doesn't have a tag in here. I'm not sure exactly, again, the name that they chose for that place. I feel like it's a Museum Natural. Oh, okay. We did go to a few museums. This one says Pueblo Grande Museum Store, so it's possible that that hat came from there, but like I said, we went to a few different museums, so it might be from a different spot. This stuff's getting all mixed up. Let me put this to the side over here. Okay, so let's see what's in here. I usually like to buy little pottery and stuff, so it's quite possible that some of this stuff, we'll see what happens. What do I have here? Oh, this is just a magnet, again, with like the little gecko guy, and then we have our Pueblo Grande Museum, Arizona, and they're made out of clay, which are really cute. And hopefully there's a little pottery. What I usually do with these is I have my TV stand has like a curio cabinet component to it, basically at the bottom, so I always put my little trinkets kind of in there. Look at this. Oh my gosh, adorable. Beautiful. Just look how perfectly made that is. Like if I made this thing would be all wobbly, and I took pottery for a few years like in college, and it was okay, alright? But look how cute that is. Oh, it's gorgeous. And this one has Martha Hernandez down here as the person who created it. Really pretty. And some things, you know, are kind of high. Some things are a little less expensive. I think that one was 20 bucks for that little dude. But of course it takes time, so that's what the difference in pricing is. So the Montezuma Castle and Tutsegut, but we usually go to the Montezuma Castle. We've gone there a couple of years in a row. My kids did their little junior ranger there, which was really cute, of course. Of course, I have all kinds of Grand Canyon things. Here we go, a guide to Pueblo pottery, which is the kind of thing I love. So I'm going to put this, like, you know, along with the different little pottery items I pick up here and there, down in that curio area. Oh, so you know, a lot of times you do the penny thing and you crank it out. So we do that all the time. We used to do that all the time. So my Diego has tons of pennies in a little like passport book. So now they have new things like this. They look like coins that you can just put into your little passports. Or those books. So like we got that. Yeah, this is all random stuff. Hold on. A Constellations activity book that Dorian had chosen, so I will give that to him. Really cool. It has lots of different little games in there. Little Junior Park Ranger Grand Canyon water bottle, which right now Dorian's always taking water to school, so he will love this because it has a little, what's that thing called? That little clip. Carabiner. How do you guys say it? I always say carabiner, I don't know. And then this cool sticker for the truck, National Park Geek. We do like going to national parks, and I hope our kids remember to do the same with their kids when they get older. So this is for me, a big carabiner with a Grand Canyon keychain on there. Really pretty set of magnets, and these are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. They have like a little pebble feel to them, and they just has all those beautiful pictures. Like seriously, when people say it's just so surreal when you go there and it looks fake, and it does, and you get the most beautiful pictures. So I love going out there. Another Grand Canyon sticker. We have 2 cars. We had 3 at the time. That's why I was like, oh, I need plenty of these, but now we basically have the truck and the Camry. And this was just a really pretty postcard, and I'll probably just kind of like frame that out, hang it up somewhere. Okay, I do have a few other of these guys. Let's start moving some of this stuff out. It's got a pile of stuff here. Oh, Grand Canyon playing cards. We love playing cards. Of course, I probably bought them for the RV, but that is no more. I'd say it's just like one of those weird off days. It's like so hot and humid, and I just woke up like tired. Ugh. So I want to do something crafty today, but I thought, you know what, today's a good day to catch up on some of these little things I've been wanting to share with you guys for so long. So I think these all came from the Grand Canyon, one of their stores out there. You know what? This isn't everything either, because I have another place that we stopped in at in Sedona that does like, not does stuff like that, but there's a place out there that there's a Catholic church right at the end built into the natural, you know, area there. What do they call it? 3 Crosses? 3 Sisters? Oh gosh, I can't even remember. How horrible my mind is, just like. But anyway, they had beautiful, gorgeous things there, so I think I picked up a rosary, and there's a few other things I picked up in that same area, and they're not here. So they must be in a different bag somewhere else, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. We will just move on from that. But look how pretty. Just the pottery is so gorgeous. And, you know, again, I can get larger. I do have a few larger pieces, but they're already put away from, I think, the very first time we went across country and we drove through Arizona, and I was like, oh, let's stop in at one of these trading stores, and I picked up some things then. So that was a long time ago. But look at this. Oh, I love this one. I love the shape. I was trying to get different shapes of the pottery. Look at how cute. Again, we have our book that tells you a little more about the design and what that's about, but look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. And I just thought these were so cute, these little guys. Maybe I'll do something different with them since they're kind of smallish. Maybe I can put them like, you know, like a shadow box frame or something cute like that. Or like a little, what's that called? You know, like those little, like a little shelf, maybe. Look at this one. And the reason I got this one, let me show you. I don't know if you can tell that this little guy is popping out. Look at that. So whenever you go to the museums, they'll show you obviously different pieces, and they have them there. And some of them have these little guys all around, or just one big guy, or however. So it's just really, I don't know. I just thought that was really endearing. I like that. So you have that little guy, and then when you display it, it displays like this. Like the bottom is down here. So he's on top there. And the last thing. Yeah, bummer, because I picked up a lot of beautiful things out there in Sedona. Again, the reason I even came across a lot of this stuff is because it was still in the RV, and I was like, oh, let me bring that out. And then this gorgeous one here. And I do believe one of these was supposed to be for my mother. So, that's why these two are probably the same shape. Look how cute. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. My little, now I can put these things away and use them, and I will see you at the next one. Bye now.